Yeah, by tomorrow, although it's going to be deceiving. The official high for tomorrow is still going to be in the 70s, but it'll be at midnight. So unless you're working third shift, you're not going to see the 70s tomorrow, or unless you're up in the middle of the night for whatever reason. Right now, a few high thin clouds starting to get a little bit thicker. There's nothing on radar here in Virginia yet, but we do have some showers, and those are probably even starting to get a little bit of thunder potential with them. Some of those brighter colors indicating to me that maybe, even though we don't have any lightning showing up on our live tracker at the ground, wouldn't doubt some in cloud or between the clouds. So we'll continue to watch for that, because we do have the heat, we have the humidity. So obviously a few showers out there, but they're going to be pretty isolated. A lot of us will not see any wet weather at all this evening. Temperatures by about 8 o'clock, well after sundown, dropping down to about 75 degrees. Winds out of the southwest. That's why we have the warmth, the very muggy conditions. Current temperatures out there right now, they are down a little bit from earlier today, and you can also see a couple of spots still in the 70s. But for the most part, we have been in the 80s and we remain in the 80s, including 83 right now at Portsmouth. You can see one of those 70s, though, showing up not far into the 70s, but 79 up in Matthews. And when you figure in the humidity and add that up, it makes it feel like about 84 degrees. So not a huge difference, but just a couple of degrees added in terms of how hot it feels out there because of that not quite summer-like humidity, but definitely well above normal action. So through the afternoon, we've seen a couple of those showers developing to the south. We'll still have a couple of those around during the evening, and then eventually those will move out and a new batch will move in, again, relatively isolated. That's late tonight and into tomorrow as a cold front moves in. Notice the southwest winds. That is still going to be the case early in the morning from around Hampton Road's south side down to the south. To the north, though, that's where that front is located. Right about over top of us, the winds will have shifted, and we'll see those readings continually dropping across the region on through the afternoon. I think some of these might even be a little bit high. I think we could see a few upper 50s tomorrow afternoon, a huge change from today's mid-80s. And then we skip ahead to Wednesday morning. The front still to the south, some rain around in the morning, especially in North Carolina, and then things begin to clear out during the afternoon hours. So here's that front off to the west, some of the very isolated action popping up in eastern North Carolina. So tonight, cooler by morning, down to about 65 with very isolated showers. Tomorrow, isolated showers again and falling temperatures. 67 is the daytime high. The 24-hour high will be mid-70s or low to mid-70s at midnight. Daylight hours, 67 for the high, and then falling during the afternoon to near 60. Tomorrow night, 55, scattered showers. Wednesday, some morning showers, especially in North Carolina, clearing and mild. And then your 7-day forecast, 72 as we said on Wednesday, but then Thursday, 60, and only 65 on Friday still, another 65 on Saturday, and then a couple more 60s. We finally get to make up for all the warm weather with below normal temperatures for the most part, other than tomorrow.